Today we'll talk about the attributes or different options available in LDS which we can use if you want to design something. Let's say we have or we want to display certain options on the same page, like we have a related list when we visit to the account detail page. Let me show you that. So we have certain related list on the account. So let's say similarly we have certain things on account and we want to keep only one point or one item, one div open at a time, and we want to close others. So for that we can use lightning accordion. Accordion basically provides the way if you have 4 5 6 items on the page, it will be going to expand only one item and it will collapse the others. That is the functionality of accordion. We can use that here. Let me show you about in documentation. So I'll implement one or two remainings. You can see, you can practice. I'll show you how you can even take a look on documentation. So you can see here for the preview part, they have three titles: accordion title A, title B, title C. So at a time there will be only one section open and others will be closed. For example, if I click on accordion title A, it will be going to collapse the others and will be going to open the current selection which where I click. Same thing it will happen for others. That is the inbuilt functionality of that. Let's say if you get any requirement in the project where you have certain sections, but just to decrease the length of the page, customer wants that at a time there should be only one section expanded, not others. So you can implement it, you can use accordion in that. So but the drawback is this, like you cannot collapse all the sections all together. There will be one open section always. I mean, you can put the logic, but by default that is the functionality of accordion, because we put the active section name here. If I show you in the code, let's say basic accordion first. So see, this is the main tag which I have selected here. Just focus on that. Lightning accordion, we had passed order ID, then it can be anything or ID. Active section name, that is the keyword which we need to use. They have passed B, means they have created three different sections or section, yeah, inside the accordion they have created three different sections and they had name like name A, B, C. Similarly you can create different sections. Let me show you quickly. Let me open the developer console here. Accordion comp. Inside the component, I'll use the different sections here. You can put any name that should be you can put A, B, C, or you can put, let's say, section A, section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, but we need to pass that name here at the top where we have lightning accordion. We need to pass the active section name, means which section you want to open in default. When you are loading the component, your page, there should be one active section, one open section. So we need to pass the name, and that name can be anything, any name. Let's say I want to open sec4. Let me put certain text here. Hey, I am in section 1 to section 3, section 4, and section 5. You can change the title. Let's put this component into the app and let's preview it. C colon component, and component name is lightning accordion conf. If I preview it, okay, so right now section 4 is open by default. Let me reload it and see that, because I had put the active section name as section 4. If I click on 1, it will be going to expand the current selection 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So whatever the number of sections you have even 50 sections, it will keep only one section open. Others it will other sections will automatically collapse.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now let's talk about other components which we have. We have page, means page is a small section in a page or component if you want to give. I'll show you how it will look like. We have breadcrumb. Breadcrumb is a sequence. Let's say you have built one wizard. So you want to display the current stage where you are right now. Let's say we had built account, contact, opportunity. So when you are navigating from one page to another page, you can use the breadcrumb. It will be going to highlight the current page, current selection, but it will be in a sequence, kind of row arrow. Let me show you that. Let's see beige. So beige is a small selection, a small content if you put, and that tag is lightning base. You can put any label. If you want to display small information on the page, you can use. Another is important is breadcrumbs. Sometimes we people use, so it will be look like this. It will be going to as you are navigating, it will be going to add the current item in an arrow, kind of navigation you can highlight. When you are navigating from one page to another page, then another page, another page, it will be look like here. Or let me show you some more realistic example. Go to the opportunities. So you can see here, if we are here, it will be going to highlight, and it will be that, let's say there is a step of stages from prospecting, qualification, need analysis. So if you are, let's say, on values proposition, it will be going to highlight that stage. So it's a breadcrumb. By the help of breadcrumb, you can implement similar things. You can create the breadcrumb of stage values or any other values to display. Another is button. We use lightning button, button group, and button menu. Let me show you those. We have button, lightning button when you want to create any button. So these are all variants we have. That is neutral. Brand, when we put brand, it comes in blue color. When we put destructive, it will come in kind of red color. Success is green. So you can use all the variants. These are the variants here, if you see. So we had used couple of, we had used brand, we had used destructive as well. So you can use base, success, all. So whatever is your need. Whenever you want to have any color combination of buttons, you can use the variants. It will automatically extend the Salesforce style, LDS, Salesforce SLDS style. Button groups, if you want to create, let's say, group of buttons like this, refresh, edit, save, all together, we can use one button group, and inside that we can put all our buttons. So let's say so far we were putting lightning button only. If you want to group those, you want to put all together, you can use lightning group. We have button menu. If you want to have something in drop down, let's say drop down means like this, so you can use button menu. These are the this is the button menu tag and button menu item under that. Similarly, we have checkbox and combo box. So if you want to implement checkboxes and you want to get the current selection, you can use that. So on click of that checkbox, we are firing the JS function where we are getting the data. So something like that, that is on change. When we are changing the value, it's picking. This is change function here, JS function. Go to the controller, you will see we are getting the current parameter value. You can make the checkbox required. It's up to you if you are need. If you want, like by default on some certain conditions, checkbox should be disabled. Means on some certain scenarios only, checkbox should be able to check. We can use that. So there is one attribute disabled. We will be going to make it true. Conditionally, we can put true or false. We can declare one attribute, and logically in JavaScript we can assign the value true or false, and we can bind that with checkbox. Similarly, we have a combo box as well. Okay, most important is data tables. Similarly, as we have displayed the data, so we have displayed the data with the help of our iteration. We were getting the data on load, we were making the queries. But let's say when you get the data, you don't want to iterate on UI, we can use data table. So how data will display in data table? Like this. So data table with the select rows, you can use that. And there will be one or two line of code only, but we need to create the columns dynamically and we need to bind the rows. So syntax, if you see, it's a basic code. There's our data table, only selection you can see. So with the help of this line only, even this is a single line, we are passing the different attributes to get the data. So writing data table, key field will be ID. You can pass the record ID here. Data means whatever the data you want to bind. Let's say you are getting the list of accounts. So you will be going to pass v dot list account, v dot contact account, list contact. Columns means we need to create the columns in JavaScript. What all columns you want? Let's say on account you want account name, account phone, industry or rating. So we will be going to create the columns. How we create the columns? Let me show you that. See here. Here we are setting v dot columns, but this is the logic or syntax. What they are doing, they are using the key field label. Like what should be the label? Let's say opportunity name, field name means the API name, and type the text. They pass three things when create the label, create the column label, API name, and the type. So for all type can be changed. For let's say this confidence, type is percentage. For email, contact email type is email. You can like subtract or remove the data, and here they are getting the data. Basically they are fetching the data and they are passing to those parameters. Fetch data. Fetch data is the this helper method, helper function. So whenever you need to you don't want to use or iteration and you want to use certain by default or standard functionalities, because it will be going to provide the sorting as well, quick sorting. That those are the standard functions we have. You can do inline editing as well on that code. Like this, you can update something and you can save that. So you just need to use a particular code from here. Whatever the kind of things you want to implement the sorting in data, you can use here. So you can see sorting is working now. So you can use the standard functionality of data table. It will be quick. You can perform sorting, you can do inline editing, and you can have the better UI using the standard data table.